We're going to continue today in the project of Likkutei Sichos. We're going to learn Sichos Vayakhel-Pekudei Chelek Zayin. It's page 449, whoever has a sefer. And Be'ezras Hashem, with this Sichos, we're finishing Chumash Mois. Next week, we're going to start Chumash Vayikra. Very, very gishmak Sichos, as they say in English, a fascinating Sichos. It's unbelievable. Rebbe takes a Rashi and beautiful questions, and the Rebbe is answering with a chidush nifla b'yoisa. And then the Rebbe goes into something that the Rebbe himself calls it inyan muflo in Rashi that we see in Halacha according to Rashi. And the end is two unbelievable heroes that the Rebbe is teaching us what we could learn from this Siche. Ois Aleph. Schon gerät viel mal, als Rashi בפירוש על התורה שתל sich op und ist mefarisch jeder Inyan, was in dem Feld wir lefi pshuto shel mikro. We learned so many times that Rashi's job was ani lo ibose lo pshuto shel mikro. Anything that a child of Mechomish le mikro could come and learn and he wouldn't understand, Rashi is explaining them. B'shas me gefindt as es ist schwer im Shatak Suvim und Rashi bavort es nicht. Sometimes I'm learning a Rashi, learning Chumash, and I see that I don't understand. Rashi says nothing. What could it be? So the Rebbe says there could be three things could be there. Muss man sagen, as number one is al pshuto shel mikro. This is look a little deeper, learn it again. You see that there's no question. Oder, weil al derech hapshat is just move me'atzmoi. In pshat, it's understood by themselves. The third thing is, oder those wird beworn durch a Friedrich Pirush in Rashi. Rashi does not repeat himself. If he repeats himself, there's some reason. Most of the places, if Rashi said something, even in Bereshis, when you come to Vayikra, you have the same thing. Rashi is not going to mention it because you could understand it yourself. So now the Rebbe is going to say, in the Parshas Vayakhel-Pekudei, there's a few places, because I'm in Ishmuvmal Pshuto Shel Mikro. The Rebbe says, I'm going to find places that it's not understood of Pshuto Shel Mikro. And the Rebbe is adding on to this point. Und noch mehr, even more so, einige Kashes wären beikam tzat Pirush Rashi. If Rashi wouldn't say nothing, I would never question. According to what Rashi says, and it doesn't add on, I have a new question, I don't know how to answer it. Einige Kashes wären beikam tzat Pirush Rashi. Wenn wir sich da aufstellen an Koponim, with ein Shaila jeder Pasch. The Rebbe says there's quite a few, but I'm going to stop now. In this Sikh, I'm going to stop one question in Vayakhel and one question in Pekudei. In Parshas Vayakhel, in Posuk, in Parshas Vayakhel, in Posuk, v'chol anoshim, asher noso libo neisona b'chochmo, tovu esoizim. There's a Posuk that all the women, all the ladies, that they were inspired with wisdom, and they wanted to make El part for the Mishkan. So what happened then? With the Chochmo, I'm sorry, they were inspired with wisdom. What did they do? Tovu esoizim. So as soon as they learn Tovu esoizim, right away you have a question. What does it mean they spawn the izim? There's no such thing. You can't spawn the izim. So what does Rashi say? So Rashi explained what that means. Sheme'al gabe oizim tovu oisan. There is, just to give a little preface to understand what we're talking here, there is, when you make a garment, always there is two things. Number one, you take the fibers and you make thread out of it. Or you take the wool from a sheep and you make thread. And then with the thread, you go and you make, to weave, right? Like one on top of the other. And then it becomes a baguette. Besides, there's what's at the Mishkan also, one of the covers was one piece. When you talk about Oires Elim Eudomim, it's a piece of leather, then it's different. But otherwise, it's made out of everything made out of thread. So there's a difference between a keves and an ace. Keves adds is wool. When you talk about a goat, he has hair. It's a completely different thing. And as we learn right now in this line, it's called noitzo. What do you mean noitzo? That if you want to take it off, you don't take a scissors and you cut it like you do by over a machine by a sheep. How do you do it? You pluck it out like by a chicken. That's what the Rebbe brings down in the hours. So what is the avoid? The avoid is a very simple thing. You take a bunch of hair from the goat and you spin it, either this way or the other way. That means you hold it in one side and the other side is spinning. Or today they have a machine. You put it on one side of the machine, 10 pieces or 20, and on the other side, it puts on the other side of the machine, and the machine is going the opposite way. So there comes out, if it goes the same way, nothing happening. If it goes a different way, so it's spinning it till it becomes, if you look at your tzitzis, you see that 8 pieces is in here, and it's spun together and it becomes one. It doesn't even open up. So the same thing is here also. You take the air of the what did the woman do here? Tovosoism can be that they spun the goats. You must say that they spun it as it was on the goats. As they haben gesponnen the wool, they spun the wool. Noitzo, the Rebbe says in the hour noitzo. It's called noitzo. You know what noitzo is? Noitzo is there's another word for it. What's called a quill. Yeah, noitzo. No, that's what we use when we write Sefer Torah. Yeah, that's what you call it. Yeah, a quill. Okay, but we call it noitzo also a feather. Okay. We see noch bei often zu diesem as the air is still attached to the goat. Darf man verstehen? So this is what Rashi says. The Rebbe says, Rashi explains me what it is. Now I have a question. Why don't you tell me what it is? Was war Meile? Und der ist in dem, was mal gab, it sounds something very, I don't want to say funny. It sounds something interesting. Why did you do it? Usually we pluck it out and then you do it. Why do you do it on the goat? And what is the better in that? What are you gaining by that? That's what the Rabbi is asking. The Rabbi is saying that this question is even more. It doesn't make sense to do it like this. Schaß, dass die Leute seinen abgestimmt von der Isim, kämen sie demals spielen als Sachgringer und besser, wenn sie sein alle Isim. Here you have only one side that you have to turn, and here you take it and you put it on 2 sides, or you hold both sides and you turn until it becomes good. It doesn't make any sense. Was hat man von dem, was die Neuze wird gesponnen, mal gab ist? The Rabbi is going to ask, the Choyre in Vayakhel, there's 2 questions, and in Parshas Vayakhel-Pekudei, there's 1 question. What's the second question that the Rabbi is asking? Wie bald hat die Teure erzählt, wie viel es ist gewähnt, die Chavivus, und wenn es am Mishkan bei den Noshim, it comes to the Noshim, the Teure tells us, they were so enthusiastic, and they were warm, and they were passionate to help to build the Mishkan, till it says, Vayavoyu o Anoshim al Anoshim. The Noshim were the first one, and the Anoshim, the man, was secondary, tough to the woman. As Marois gewesen, also gewählach Chochmah, the short, unbelievable wisdom. Fakeheit means fast. Fakeheit shows you're doing it very fast. In the Twie Malgaboism, for was gefindt man das nicht bei der Twie von dem Zimmer von der Risa Tachtonis und Treles war Gomme Gomer. Wo steht früher, das soll gut gewesen, dass es gewesen bei Chochma. Und deswegen ist Cholische Chochma Slave, bei Jodeo Tov und bei Yoviu Matves at Treles war Gomme und die haben aber nicht gesponnen dem Zimmer Malgabe Akvosim. Very interesting. That's the second question. If you say that it's such a special thing that they did it on Dizim, and the Torah says, no so libo no shana b'chochmo, they were inspired with wisdom, why don't you do it with the sheep also? Why only do it here? We have 2 questions, very simple. It says that they spun the hair of the goats on the goat. What are you gaining by that? And the second thing is, why didn't it kvosim? The Rebbe is saying in the Aure, very geschmack. The choire in the kvosim would be easier. Everybody knows who is jumping all the time. A goat or a sheep, a goat much more. So probably somebody was supposed to restrain the goat when they were doing this spinning. Why? In a sheep would have been much easier. So we have a question on this. Boys base. Now the Rebbe is going to the Rebbe says we're going to have 1 question by Vayakhel, 1 in Pekudei. In Pirush Rashi, Parshas Vayakhel-Pekudei, darf man verstehen, was Rashi sagt, as Moshe tzivo leBetzalel lasos tchilo kelim, ואחר כך משכון, I think it's today's Chitas. By a view matva means very simple. They made all the threads and they brought it to the Oisya Melocho, weaving it. Yeah. Okay.
Why they brought it already weaved?
No. They just spun. That's it. They brought it spun and they got a lot of threads and then they start walking. It's called the Lashon Kodesh. Right. But if you matter, they brought it spawned. Yes, that's exactly. Can't deal.
By the goats.
There's a machloikes. There's 2 opinions. Number 1, they brought the goats. What? What's the Rebbe's question? If it's such a big mile, why don't you do it with the kvosim also? Simple question, very geschmack question.
How do you know
It doesn't say. Here it says, it brings proof from the posting. It says Tovu by Tovu. Doesn't say Tovu Sakvosim. By your view, Matve, they bought Matve already. And here one opinion is that they brought it with the Izim even. And then the Oisa Melocha cut it off and they made the spread, make the garment out of it to be covered the Mishkan. Okay, so the Rebbe says, dort steht verkehrt, steht bei Yodea Tovu. The Tovu doesn't say clear. Okay, so the Rebbe says in Parshas Vayakhel-Pekudei, it says, Tzivo leBetzalel lasos tchilo kelim v'achar kach Mishkan, Amar leBetzalel mine goyim lasos tchilo bayis v'achar kach meisim kelim b'toichai. What are you telling me to make first the kelim and then make a Mishkan? First you make a Mishkan, then you make the kelim. Amar le, so Moshe Rabbeinu told them, kach shomati. That's true. That's what I heard from the Eibishter, that you should make first the bayis and then the kelim. V'chein also HaMishkan tchila v'achar kach also kelim. And he told them, must be that you are Betzalel because Betzalel keil. So you heard yourself from the Eibishter, the same what I heard. Why did Moshe tell him like this? We'll see. Okay. So this is the Rasha that we learn in Parshas Vayakhel-Pekudei. So the Rebbe is asking a question. Is nicht move on. Bald as der Räufen des Seder Ases am Mishkan ist gewähnt, Leute, am Mine Goylom. Ist doch der Mine Goylom beim Boin Abayis, als früher Boit mit dem Wend und dann noch dem Dach. Und so ist gewähnt bei Jakob am Mishkan. Und in Parshas Vayakhel gefunden, wenn sich Chachmei Leib, haben früher gemacht die Jeriois als Gag. Und erst dann noch die Kroschim. Und so ist gewähnt der Seder, wie sie seien, in dem Nitztabe geworden, bei Parshas Truma. Beautiful, unbelievable question. Moshe Rabbeinu, Betzalel as a complaint to Moshe Rabbeinu. Why did you tell me to make kelim? So what did the answer? Min nogo shel olam. The custom in the world is that's how you do it. First you do a bais and then you do kelim. So the Rabbi is asking a beautiful question. If this is the story, why does it say in Chumash clear that they made first the Riyos and then they made the what do you do first? First the roof or first the walls? Obviously you do first the walls, not the roof. So what happened? Beautiful question the Rebbe is asking. The Rebbe is going to bring a baletois that they give an answer. Beautiful geschmack answer. The Rebbe is going to say, in Pshuto Shel Mikro, I could not use it. Baletois is verantwortung, as the Yeria is an Gemar geworden, Rishono lechom lechs am Mishkan, kedei sheiu, mochonos leoyel al Mishkan, miyad sheyasu akroshim leishu achas b'lo ikisui. Very interesting. They say, why did they make it before? Because when you finish the Mishkan, Moshe Rabbeinu is going to pick up the kroshim and put it into the, what's called Adonim, to the Adonim, okay, we know what it is. Put him into the Adonim, then in one split second, as soon as he's finished, you have to take it and put it up. That's why they made it first. That's what the Balatesh says. A geschmack answer. So the Rebbe has done 2 questions, and he says, I can't use it. The first question is about Noisaf. If them was dos a guf and fodert atam, was die Kroshim nicht gekannt sein, Shuachas Beloi Kishe. Where's the Balatesh taking it from? Where does it say in Chumash? Where does it say in Aloche that the Mishkan is not allowed to be uncovered for a second, for a minute? As soon as you do it, you have to do it. But the Rebbe says, in Pshuto Shel Mikro, Kevin soll nicht einladen, I can learn it in Pshuto Shel Mikro. Why? Beautiful. Listen to this question, what the Rebbe has on the Baletoisves. Warum? Because, Pashtus HaKsuvim sieht man, als man hat gebracht den Mishkan zu Moshe, schnochten wir seine fertig geworden, alle Brote und Chelke am Mishkan. Die Yeriois, die Kroshim und Kol Klei am Mishkan. Und als noch hat man es aufgestellt, Kemuvon, Bemele, ist doch kein Afgemin, nicht welcher Chelik ist gemacht geworden früher. What is Baletoisves telling me? Why do you have to do the Yeris first? Because when he's going to build up the Mishkan, they should have it ready. The boy Nishlalom. How was the Seder? They finished everything. Then they brought it to Moshe. And then Moshe Rabbeinu put it up and he had it ready. It makes a difference what they made first, the Kroshim or the Yeris. Doesn't make any difference. Because anyway, they brought everything together. So why is the Torah emphasizing in Parshas Truma? When the Rebbe tells Moshe Rabbeinu, you know that there's 3 times that the Torah is talking about. As the Rebbe tells Moshe, as Moshe tells the Oisha Melocha, Betzalel, and all the other guys, and then how they did it. 3 times it says. So in Parshas Truma, it says the Chatchile, before it says the Kroshim, it says the Yeriyos. The question is why? Why do you do it? And the Teretz of Balatesh, I could not use. Here comes the punchline. Viele wenn wir wohl gemacht die Kroshim früher. Kemine Goylom, well, they say when it's gestanden in Shah, they're not going to be, because they brought to Moshe everything. As soon as he picks up the walls, he has already the cover. Okay, now we're going to come back. Is the Tmiyah. Now we come to the question on Vayakhel and on Pekudei. Is the Tmiyah, was in beide Erter, sei Vayakhel und sei Pekudei, ich finde man nicht, dass Rashi soll das bewohnen. Rashi doesn't help me out. Rashi doesn't say nothing. Rashi says, Tovu is so easy that they spawn. Tell me what is the big deal about it. And if it's a big deal, why not by the Kvosim? So I have a question Vayakhel. Rashi doesn't answer me. Question Pekudei, also very simple. Bezalel complains to Moshe Rabbeinu and tells him, "What are you telling me to make fields the keli? It's impossible. Minhag shel olam not like this. Minhag olam is made." Why did the Torah tell us? And it was made like this, that the roof was made before the crushing, the walls. I think understood, yeah? So we have the questions very geschmack and not complicated. Now we're going to go further. You know, it's Gimel. The Rebbe is going to start bringing two. I'm always looking the word for diukim in English. What's a diuk? It's not a question. It's not an emphasis. It's what would you say? Huh? What is it? Okay, let's say 2 points. Two?
No, I don't know. I'm saying I'm from Argentina. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. We're going to see two unbelievable diukim in Rashi, and this is going to give us the lead. This is going to be the seed. Huh? Very good. Very good. Yeah. Even as an Israeli, I accept it. Accuracies. Yes, it's good. Yeah, it's very good. Okay, good. But wir das verstehen, bei dem zwei diukim, in Pirush Rashi in Vayakhel, to the Yukim, so it's going to answer us everything. Aleph. Rashi is the choice of action. Tovus is a beautiful question. Rashi, what does Rashi want here in this Rashi in Vayakhel? He wants to tell us that Tovus oizim, ados mean, me'al gabe oizim tovin oizim, that it was spawned on the goats. Damit gedacht an eben sein Pirush. Und dann noch hast du gemani oizim, in dem, as the Räufen von Spinnen, in Anum Yesesere, wie kayetze beze. I learn Chumash and I say Tovus oizim. They spawn the gods. I don't know what that means. What does Rashi have to tell me? Rashi have to tell me the first thing, that it was spawned on the izim, and then say that it's a special wisdom to do it. What does Rashi say? Rashi starts and say it's a very special wisdom. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm struggling to know what means Tovus oizim. So you're telling me it's a very special wisdom, and then you tell me what it is, that they spawn it on the. Should have been the opposite. Beautiful question. What does Rashi have to tell me? Let's see inside. Wie can Rashi honor mit die Wörter he, also necessary? What is he? This is a necessary. I don't know what you're talking about. What's a necessary? Jeder man weiß wegen was redet. Und als dann noch sagen dem Pirush HaKosov shemal gabo is, and then it tells me what it means. It should have been completely opposite. This is one accuracy and one point that Rashi is saying that I don't understand what it is. Base, what? The Yukim in it's not accurate. Okay, good. Base, second diuk in Rashi, unbelievable. Was uns Rashi dem Loschen necessary. How does Rashi start? He necessary. Why does he use umnus? Where is he taking the word umnus from? From wherever it takes his Pirush, it doesn't say umnus, and in Chumash it doesn't say umnus. What does it say in Chumash? B'cholisho. B'chol anosh ma'ashanos libo noisono b'chochma. It doesn't say beumnus. Und nicht wie oiso chochma yisera. But this is Loshen HaKosov. בכל אנושים, אשר נוסו ליבו ניסונו, בחוכמו. בפרט, אז in Gemorre, was in Parshas der Mokke von dem Pirush Rashi, steht da kechokmo yesera. Why does Rashi change and says yesera? And these two things will understand everything.
Talent, it's a practical thing. It's not the it's in order to do it on the
Yes.
Much it makes no sense. Talent means talent means as a tichtiger mit my hand. Das kann das ist bei nicht.
Why does the Chumash not saying it? Okay. So Rashi is coming to tell us something as we're going to learn later. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, is Dalet. You know, is Dalet.
Wow. This is only zero.
But still the question stays by this.
First of all, this is unbelievable.
What? I don't even know what. I'm struggling what means Tov is so easy. And Rashi tells me, he necessary. No, but they have to start with telling me Tovu me'al gabe oizim and I oiso omnes. That makes much more sense in Rashi. Very simple, I think. The Rebbe is emphasizing. The Rebbe is emphasizing one letter in this verse. He oiso omnes. What is the he? She. Who is she? No, versteht's auch. Yeah, that's what it says. There's a diuk. No, the diuk means also, I must say that Rashi had something here behind that he knew. That's what means a diuk. A diuk that Rashi was changing from the Gemara, changing from the Chumash to Omnus. Something is here hidden that Rashi wants to tell us. Okay, now we're going to come to the view. Unbelievable Poshet Gishmak. What the Rebbe makes me. So we have till now, let's make it in a second of the Rebbe says that there is always Rashi is explaining. Here we have in Vayakhel 1 and in Pekudei 1, the things that we don't understand. In Vayakhel it says Tov v'soizim. So Rashi is telling me that, explain me what is the greatness in it. And if it's great, do it also in the Kvosim. And in Pekudei the question is given. Bezalel is complaining to Moshe Rabbeinu, telling me to make a Mishkan. And then the Kelim, and here the Rebbe tells in Trumo, and they did it. Also the opposite way, not Menoga Shiloilom. First they made the Kisui in Trumo. It says to make the Kisui first. And why? Why did they do it? Okay. The biur in them. Then now we had the two points. Diukim in Rashi. Now we're going to come to the answer. Ois dalet. The biur boze. Bald as man teilt ois bazunder in Apostel. This is Yesod. Bald as man teilt ois bazunder in Apostel with Natz mit Tov so easy. Man ist es nicht keule in dem friedigen Apostel zusammen mit Cholische Chochmas Leib. Wer der Tov bei Viu mat vesatrel Sargomon. Wie steht der? The Rebbe says a geschmack and chidush unbelievable. Listen to this. It says 3 times. It says that they have to bring that they used goats and sheep. In all places, it's in one posik together. Others start to trumo. Trumo meiskolish asher advenu liboy tikros trumosi. Vezay sa trumo. So v'chesev v'nechoishes. Shcheles v'argomon v'tolas shoni v'sheish v'izim. So you have tcheles argomon is sheep, and izim is what we're talking now about spinning it. Yeah. So it's in one posik. Later on, when they brought it to Moshe Rabbeinu, everything ready, it says both together. When it comes to making it, the Torah puts it into psukim. Why? Why is it divided into psukim? And the Rebbe is saying not only it's divided into psukim, but in each posik it says something else. The Loshon goes before. And in the previous posik about the sheep, it's a completely also v'chol anoshim, but a different thing. Why? Why in this place they're separating it? There's something here that there's a difference between the kvosim and the izim. Let's see inside. Cholische Chochmas Levi der Tov wie mat vesatrel Sargomon. Sie stehen Tage zusammen erst bei der Ravoe, wenn die bringen to Moshe in one posik. Und bei dem Zivui of the Trumo, it says in Kapitel Amedei posik Vov also. And then we begin Tzivu Hashem, and the Rebbe tells them to do it. Tzivu of the Truma is when Moshe tells the Eden. So there's 3 things. When the Rebbe tells Moshe, Moshe tells the Eden, and when they bring it, all of them in one posik. And all of a sudden here, not only 2 separate psukim, but 2 separate expressions. Here it says, "V'cholisho chochmas lev beyodeo tovu," and here it says, "Tovu is so easy." You have to understand what does the Torah want here. This is the Rebbe's Yesod. Befrat as the posik chazar tiba noch einmal, this is what I just mentioned. V'chol anoshim asher nosu libo noisonu bechokmo tovu. Why? Is move me'atzmo as the tovu is so easy. Is anders from the tovu in the posik shelefono. I can't say it together in the same posik. By bringing it to Moshe, the tzivui of the Eibishter, it's one thing. Bring me, take oiros from kvosim and take. Wool from kvosim and take wool or call it hair from goats. But when it comes to making it, I must separate it because it's a different way of making it. What do we see? And then posik shelefon from Baltas is nicht shaykh kin kvi nizim. Rashi says I'm struggling. What does it mean? Tovu is so easy. I can't be spawning the nizim. What do you take the goat and you spin him around? What are you doing? Meint es as oben gesponnen die Neuzo es. Tovu es so izim with the izim. Es means with. Mit b'mechuber to the izim. This is what Rashi is saying. Now the Rebbe is going to say in this paragraph, the Rebbe is going to say why Rashi the diuk. Why is Rashi starting and saying and then say what they're doing? You know why? because every child from 5 years old, if he learns good and he looks and he sees the Tova is so easy, he knows that it doesn't mean that they spawned the goats, means that they spawned it under. So Rashi is starting with saying, that's what you just said in Chumash, Tova is so easy. Now you're coming to learn Rashi, I'm telling you, because you know already what it is. That's why. I think you started to saying it. That they know already, that's what the Rebbe is Chidush. Chumash Mikro knows already. Und der Betam von der Fum versteht euch aber in Chumash. Bald das, was Iden und Menadel werden gebracht vom Mishkan, ist gewähnt Trumas Hashem, wie eine Dove und Akrovel Hashem. When they brought the things to the Mishkan, in the Dove, they felt that they bringing a korban. Es geschehen, wie in Korban sein, in verschiedenen Zugim, in a korban that you bring in Mishkan in Beis Hamikdash, there's different kinds. A korban from Mina Chai, and from Mina Tzemeach. There's all kind. If we begin with Parshas Vayakhel-Pekudei, by korban, Kain and korban Nevel, the child learned already that Kain brought and Nevel brought. And a korban from a Bal Chai is mer choshev a korban from a Tzemeach. Obviously, bring from Chai. The world was created in a way of Daimim Tzemeach Chai Medaber. So Tzemeach is a lower level and Chai is a higher level. And this is what the Rebbe didn't want to accept from Evel. It's not because he brought a lower level, he brought Tzemeach. It's not a reason. Tzemeach is good for a korban. His problem was that he brought from the worst of the Tzemeach. Pishton he brought. He should have Kain, I'm sorry. Kain. And Evel brought from the Chai and he brought from the Mechalven, from the best that there is. So Memele, so we understand that a Chai is better. Now here to the conclusion. Same thing is here also. When we can spin and Chute Anoitze, when they say noch mechubat to the easy min a Chai, now we're going to answer also the other question. What's the specialty in that? What's the specialty? The Rebbe said because it was an Achai. Is that a Choshver Truma ve'amatve from the Noitze? What's up with the when you go and you spin it when it's off the Izim, what is it? So when you do it on the Chai, so you wanted to show the Eibishter, I'm going to bring a korban to the Mishkan, min a Chai, much higher level. Chutim velechazan noch mechubet zum Bal Chai, Izim, wachsen sie, they're still growing. What does it mean? It's not only Tzemeach, it's Chai, it's alive. Sie haben ein Scheiches zum Min a Chai. Sie sind eine Jönik von Guf a Chai. Wahrscheinlich, die Chutim noch, wie sie sind abgeschnitten von Guf a Chai. So that's why they did it on the goat, because they wanted to bring a Truma to the Eibishter in a much higher level, in a level of Chai, not only Tzemeach.
They bring it cut.
No, they brought it with the Izim.
If you
There's a machlokes. The Choyre first glance, I didn't think of it. It's a good question. I think they are alive because it's still growing. When he's dead, it's not waxing. No, there is coming soon more. It's coming soon more that it shows that he's alive. Okay, well, a good point. Befrat, Oibim wird lernen mit Parshas Kenal. Is emphasizing it here. Befrat, Oibim wird lernen mit Parshas Kenal, als man gebrachte Chutim, wie sie seien noch gewähnt, der Rebbe bald reden, they minded that it's also even if it's brought, they cut it right off and they brought it. Aber befrat, Oibim wird lernen mit Parshas Kenal. Der Kenal is very interesting. I was struggling on Kenal, and I wrote on the WhatsApp groups, what is Kenal? We don't learn. There is, it is in Aore. And in the Sichos, the new Sichos, they took it out. Looks like it went in by, not the Rebbe wanted in, it went in by somebody, because in one of the Aores it's mentioned, but not in the Sichos. So the Rebbe can say Kenal. Here it says Kenal, this is put the Sichos. I made a question mark and I kept asking, what is this Kenal? Where is it Kenal? I don't find it. I just learned the Sichos, the 2 pages. We don't remember learning that the Rebbe says that they brought it alive on the spawn, on the goat, and brought it like this to the Oisei HaMelocha. Yeah. What? Yeah, but you don't say Kenal on Aore. Exactly right. So it's not Kenal, so they took it out. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Okay. Befragt ob wir wird lernen mit Parshas Kenal, als man sie gebracht, die Chutim, wie sie sind noch gewähnt. Al gabe Oizim, they brought it spawn to the Oisei HaMelocha with the goats. It's possible the real שבזה sein, בשas anesine, even when you give it, not only when you made it, when you brought it, you gave it, I gave it to the Oisei HaMelocha al alive. Huh? Yeah, in Geder Funa Dovo Chai. Now we're going to come back and answer why in Vayakhel, what's the advantage of doing it on the Bal Chai? And now the Rebbe is going to answer also the second question, why didn't they do it on the Kvosim? And as we said in the Aure, the Kvosim would have been much easier. Kvosim, you know, keves, katzoin lateva chiyuvol goes on sheep, not on goats. Okay. What is it? It's wheat? It's not in Likkutei Sichos?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, this is, I put the half of their cost, and this is that. Like, three both of them don't come out. I'm trying to figure out what's your gear.
Mine is from Moitzer HaChochma. It's wheat. And I asked a question, 3 people, somebody told me that, look in the Sichos that they just gave out again, they took it off. No. Praktisch, we know from the Shochtem that it's not. He's about jumping all day and all night, you know, but I think it means a keves goes like unbelievable. Babies, you have to give him shocks until they go into the street and they scream. They know where everybody going. I think. What?
Really, the animals they know they're going to the queue?
Because the words, I don't know, I'm not sure.
Sign
I
doesn't.
ask people what's the sign.
No.
I don't know what's the
Shof. Sign in Yiddish, it's shof. Shof means a kololizik word. Yes.
So that's the thing. So what I understand is that the word sign is a closed name for anything that's not a cow. So like young.
Fine, but in that expression, it means sheep.
I'm just saying, what I understand it, sign is all types of. Sign.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine, but in that expression,
I think that's what it means. Yes.
Like a lemelan, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just asking what he's supposed to say. Interesting word.
What's your question? When you count the sheep, you don't even know what to count?
No, it's a
You
funny
think it's
word.
sheep, you don't know what to count.
But look, like in the next part, they're even at sign carbonate. Even at sign carbonate.
Yes. Very good.
It's an easy sign.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. I say. Make a note. We'll do it after the shir. We're going to go back to that. Let's continue. Okay. I say the Rebbe is going to explain again, the advantage of doing it in the Izim. And why not on the Kvosim? Rebbe Shalom, if it's good, make it in the Kvosim also. That's going to prove practical. Poshet logic. How it could be done in Izim, it can be done in Kvosim. Es ist moving for was bloß bei der Jeris Izim ist gewähnt Toves so Izim, und man gefindet das nicht bei der Jeris und Trelis war Gomme v'chulu. Just to emphasize whoever didn't, if you don't know, for those who listen and it's going to listen later, what's the idea of Jeris Trelis var Gomme? Izim, there was as they spun it and as they took it off from the Izim, and as they made it the Kisui, that's how they put it up. Usually goats are white, no? Usually. That's what I think. But when it comes to the sheep, when they took off, what? Both. Yeah.
That's why he was only once.
When you take off the wool from the sheep, it had to be painted. That's what it says here. Yeris Mutrelis Vargomon means from the sheep. That's what it is. Okay. So the Rebbe is explaining. The Likkutei Sichos von the Kvosim hat man gedacht bringen, als nachdem sie seinen gewinn gefarbt, after you painted them, Cheles gefarbt mit dem Dam Chelozoin, blue. Und Argomon is purple. Was those Farben ist nicht möglich, bei der Likkutei Sichos seine Mechuba zu den Kvosim. How could you do it? How could you spin it? And then on the keves, painted each one differently and prepare on each keves it should be Cheles and Argomon. It's impossible to do. That's why they didn't do it. I'm sorry. Yes. When I said painting a few times, I know I'm wrong, but I didn't find it. Dyeing it. Yes.
But the Izim had no color?
No color. No. As they were, they brought them up. Put them up white. Whatever the color is, white. Usually white. Off-white. Yes, is white. Yeah. Okay. Was those Farben ist nicht möglich, kommt euch, als der Awurf und die Trelis war Gomon, kann nicht sein, bald noch sehr twie mal Gabi Kvosim. It can be brought right after this, because in the Kvosim there's a system. You take it off, what's called in English? You share it, and then you spin it, and then you dye it, and then you bring it. It's impossible to do it under. And the Rebbe said, you can't bring enough the Kvosim as you could bring the Izim, spawned on the Izim, and bring it with the Izim. Yes. For sure that you can bring it on this. You can do it even in your house and then cut it and bring it because it's impossible. Yeah. Look at footnote 31. Ketzivi Hashem leMoshe. The Rebbe says, I have a question. They could have done it and bring the dye to the Oisam Meloch, and they should do it. The Rebbe says, no. What does Rashi say? Tzemer tzovua bedam chilozon, you should give it. Ve'argomon tzemer tzovua. Listen to the Rebbe's lotion. Ve'lo she'ikru meitom tzemer. Now you should bring, excuse me, not to bring tzemer and bring a box of paint. That's not the seder. Bring it already dyed, painted or dyed. Yeah. Okay. Next paragraph. The Rebbe is the Tviya nicht given al gabei kvosim. Simple answer, practical answer. Weil der Avos Trumel Hashem can say when it's in the Oiv Meshubach, what you say, can it in the Oiv Meshubach, which is mechuber, or al kolponim besmichus lo zet zuchai. It can be besmichus. You have to take it off, and then you have to spawn it. It takes time, and then you have to dye it and wait till it dries, and then you bring it. So it's far already. For sure, not bringing it with the kvosim, and even after you share it up, it's not only bringing it because it takes time till you could bring it. Oizvov. If them was his movement atzmi from Posuk Kanal Vavor and Rashi. Now we're going to come back. Why did Rashi start like this? Very simple. Something that you understood from yourself. You understand already why the izim was spawned and the hair was spawned and the izim. You understand already why the kvasim we couldn't do it. Now Rashi is saying, those was the noshim tovus so izim is given. The Rebbe is going to bring why Rashi is changing from chochma till umnus. Those was the noshim tovus so izim is given. Nicht bloß mit noso libo no isono. בחוכמו, כל הולך zu verstehen, als du Chaza Oivim של Tviye, wird sein Achoshver in the Sinne, wird Rume fahrt im Mishkon, nach euch der Fall, was in dem ist gewähnt, hat Besserkeit. Not only because, as I've said before, because they're going to spin it on a chai. It's still growing, it's still alive. It gets chai from the goat. Not only this, and bringing it as a korban chai, there's another thing in there also. You know what? The outcome of the product is going to be different. That's why they did it. That's what Rashi is saying, umnus. Okay? That's what the Rebbe says here. Now, oich dafar also, there's another reason that they brought it. Not only korban min achai, because in them is given a besserkeit in oisabetung. There was a much better thing as it was worked. The outcome is better. Umnus yesero. That's what Rashi says, umnus yesero. Yetzem tviye, was al gabi oizim kum taro is better. It comes out better. Sometimes you could take a beged that, you know, but it's out, it's not comfortable to put it on. When they do it on the izim, what happens then? It has in it moisture and it has in it softness. So it's a much different. So when you bring it like this, it's 2 miles. It's minachai, and it's also the outcome, the product that you bring it to put it on the mishkan is a much better thing. It's a geschmack, a better quality of garment or whatever you call it, a cover of the mishkan. Let's say inside. The etzem tviye, was al gabi izim kommt is besser. Ausgearbeitet with the Tviye mit the Neuzo, was ist schon abgeschnitten von diesem. It's different if it's doing on the eyes or not. Warum? As the Seire seine Mechuber und Joinek von der Beine, when it's still attached and still nursing, it's being nursed from the Beine, sehen sich al Achluchis, then a special soft moisture. Unabhängigkeit. Das ist a Meile in der Umnus hat wir. That's why Rashi is saying, the lotion Umnus. Why is he saying after that? I have the same question. I don't have an answer for it. You shouldn't have said it. You should have said, and that's it. Huh? We learn till now that the child is going to know by himself that what he says, this what I just said, this what you just understand yourself, that it can't be spun the easy, must be spun the air and the easy. The Bechomish understands, but does he have to tell him that after that? I have the same question. That's what I thought, maybe, to make sure that's what he's talking about.
The movement also just said that this topic not there's 2 separate categories.
This.
The categories of the summer and the cross and these are 2 separate things. That's because you don't know.
Yeah. Aloizim. Esoizim, it can be the despondeism. Okay. Okay, I understand. Okay. They needed it. Thank you. They cut it, as we said before. Yeah. Let me see in the previous page. They took it off, then they spun it, and then they dye it. Okay. Now, so Parshas Vayakhel is everything understood. Now we're going to go to Pekudei. According to this Chidush, to the Yukim in Rashi will understand Pekudei also. Oy Zayin. What's the question in Pekudei? Why it is in Trumo? And when they made first the Gag, and then they made the Kroshim. It should be the opposite way. As Bezalel is complaining to Moshe Rabbeinu. Mine Goylem to do first that house and then Kalim. Same thing is the same meaning is you don't make a roof before you make. In general, when you make a house, it's impossible to make the roof before. But even here, it is the same Oilem. Oy Zayin. Al pi anal, der Torah verstandig war, was man hat gemacht, die Ries früher wie die Kroshim. Chotsch, as the mini Goylem is zu machen, when früher. I will understand why we did it before. It's at Beide in Yonim Anal. Understand that from these two things that we just learned. Number one is that it's a korban min achai. Number two, that it is a better product when you do it on the chai. Mitzat Beide in Yonim Anal. Mitzat Chavivus, Vizrizus Anoshim, haben sie gleich gemacht die Twie und es gebracht zu Oisha Melocho Ayerius, wie sie seinen Al-Gabe o Izim. Hat man nicht gekannt, ablegen die Gzise und machen Ayerius, bis man wird machen der Adonim und Kroshim. Weil inzwischen werden die Seires wachsen, jeder für sich und wird zusammen. Very praktischen Geschmack. We say that the Noshim, Vayavoyu Hoa Noshim, Ala HaNoshim. It was secondary. The Noshim were very enthusiastic to do for the Mishkan everything that they could. As soon as they heard that we need a cover of Kvosim in a cover of Izim on the Mishkan, what did they do? They didn't wait for nothing. They went and they did it. That's why the Torah says that it was done before the Kroshim. Now when they brought it to the Oisya Melocho, why did they do it before? They could have leave it and do it after the Kroshim. Why did they do it before? I was going to explain the two reasons why they did it before also. And the Rebbe says Gishmak. The Rebbe says if you're going to bring it on the Izim and leave it there till they finish the walls, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have 20 air together from ear to ear, and then there's going to grow more. It's going to be the end of it is going to be separate in all different directions. It's impossible. That's why they have to cut it off right away and not wait till it grows further. This is one reason, because it should be the same as when they brought it. In this, there's another reason in the first reason. You know what Tviye is? Tviye is that you spin it and spin it and spin it till the body, so it becomes tight. Or somebody, I'm sorry, example, somebody gets up in the morning and they like to roll up the beard. Sometimes they did it a little bit more tight. You have to take it out and do it again. It pulls. Same thing is here. It's uncomfortable. So they say, when der Fahrt zum allerersten Geuse ist, wenn der Chut erneut von diesem, shouldn't be Tzar Balachayim. They should, although it's only not comfortable, they took it off right away. Now, if they took it off right away, why did they have to make it? Put it away somewhere. And when you go make it, what's it called? Weaving. Why did they do it right away? They could have waited to do it after the Kroshim. It's a mini koilam to do it first the walls. So the Rabbi is answering, when the second reason, the Yois has the spinning al gabi oizim is hanumnes yisera. The Tviya is a better. We just established that it's a better quality of product. Is move on as al derech ze izeh mat melachas arige. Arige is this weaving from the Yerius Izim. As when the melachas arige from the Likkutei Izim is bekiruv. It's obviously, if I say that it's good to make it on the A's, it's even good to make it then, make it into a garment or make it into a cover when it's still fresh and they just cut it off. That's why they didn't wait. Cut it off for Tzar Balachayim, but they didn't leave it to wait till they make the Kroshim. They do it right away because it's soft and it's being done. The product is being done a much better product. Weben means weaving. Is a better Läufe mit der Israel in der Umnus. Und der Fahrer hat man Teikev noch abschneiden. As soon as they cut it off, die Chut im Al-Gabe Izim, der Fun, eure gewähnt, they made, right away they made it. So number one, mitzad, the reasons of the ladies, that they did it right away. And in this reason is also Tzar Balachayim. Second reason is because it's easier. Same it's Gishmaker, that you make it when it's on the Izim, because it's yoinik, and it's soft, and it's moist. And the same thing is also, that's why they did it right away also. Everything Geschmack. So all the shilas went off. We understand everything. We understand everything in Vayakhel, everything in Pekudei. Now we're going to go to the Yonim. The Rebbe calls it Mufloim in Rashi. Go ahead. Where is it? Eurig is weben, weaving.
What did he say? He says that first you turn it.
First you twist it, make it into a chut. Then when you have chutim, take one chut, goes here, goes like this. Up and down, up and down. Yeah.
So he tells you that better hariga comes right off.
The same as a rige on the goat is better because it's chayes and it's soft and it's moist. If you do the work right away after that, you make the ribbing. It's for obviously geschmacker also. That's why they did it before. Also, minikoilom is not to. They didn't want to wait till the kroshim are done and then do it. Very geschmack. Say it again. If you leave it on the goat till after the mishkan, is number one tzar balachayim. Number two, it's going to look terrible because it's going to grow more. They're doing. I don't think so. It brings down a halacha, right? Yeah, look in 38. Yes, I remember. Look in 38. Something that you need is okay. Ois ches. Now we're going to see the yonim ufloim al pi halacha poshet geschmack. The yonim ufloim al derech halacha was menemt arois von dem pirush Rashi. Maldik. Okay. So you do the shaila. A very geschmack shaila, and the Rebbe is going to give you just unbelievable. Last week we had the Ragachova. You remember? Ragachova with becoming a member in the Vard of to when the Rebbe came out to Friedrich Rebbe came out to Riga. Now we also have a Ragachova, unbelievable Ragachova. But the Rebbe is going to divide it into two. First the Ragachova, and then Rashi Pshuto Shel Mikro. Both are going to answer the question. The question is a very geschmacky question. It says you do the shaila. The Balt azein boinin lesamigdos balaylo. The Gemara says in Shavuos in the Rambam Paskins. Azein is in eine boinin migdos balaylo. Weil der is the Mishkan dekra migdos. You're not allowed to make the mikdash in at night. It says, as being a mikdash becomes a din of a mitzvah shazman grome. Why? If we would have been allowed to make 24 hours a day, it means that it's not zman. If you say no, only by day, what everybody knows. What mitzvah shazman grome? All the noshim are pturos. Noshim seine pturos von mitzvah shazman grome. And wir haben noshim gemerkt, spinnen in dem Zimmer for dem being a mishkan. Are they allowed to do it? Beautiful question. In the Rebbe is setting on, it's not only Potter, it's also. It's Potter and also. That's Potter, it's also to do it. The Das Rabbeinu Tam, the Rebbe is setting on. And especially the Das Rabbeinu Tam. As an Isho ken ich zugreiten und ton, dem Echscher von Azam Mitzvah, welcher sie ist nicht Mitzvah. I would say that she could not do the Mitzvah because she's Potter. And the Rabbeinu Tam says no, she's not even allowed to prepare something. Where do we see it? Quotation from the Rabbeinu Tam. Because the far is, I don't know how to do it. My wife knows how to do it better than me. Why shouldn't she go into the sukkah and tie the lulav without asking the arovas? The Rabbeinu Tam says no, she can't because she's potter. Same thing with tzitzis. She could not go and make the tzitzis because it has to be done by somebody that is mechuyev with tzitzis. So I see that he can do it. Beautiful question. How do they happen that they are allowed to do it? We need the answer. The Rebbe is going to answer one answer according to the Ragachova, and one answer is going to be according to Rashi. Beautiful. It's mevayer the Ragachova. As in mitzvahs bnias mikdash sind dort zwei Brote. Very geschmack. Aleph. Der etzem boin am mikdash is a mitzvah ses. Das a mitzvah ses to build a mikdash. Base, das was es darf aufgebaut werden am mikdash, zum makrim sein korbanos. There's a mitzvah that there should be a mikdash be able to do korbanos. So we have two things in being base a mikdash. When in them is the chilik ben anal, according to this, it's going to be the difference. Understand how do they do this cover for the mishkan. Shinoshim zane mechuyovis at Abturus Bnias Hamikdash is according to these two things that the Ragachova is saying. Mitzad a mitzvah Bnias Hamishkan ve'Hamikdash, it's mitzvah shazman grome. Unoshim zane Abturus. Aber der zweite Ringe vechiyov, was man darf aufbauen am Mikdash, auf zu machen sein dort korbanos. If I need a Mikdash of korbanos, und then in them seinen euch noshim mechuyovis. Why? Gebald. As euch sehr sich dem Chiyuv von Korbanos, ladies the Chiyuv of Korbanos, and Mele, they have a Chiyuv also to help in Binyan, Mishkan, and Binyan Beis HaMikdash. Now, but there's a difference. What chelik of the Mishkan are they allowed to do? What chelik are they not allowed to do? The Rebbe is explaining it. And the Rebbe, the Chalok, Imum Protim in Mikdash, Velechazani Me'akiv, the Akrovas HaKorbanos. There is parts in the Mishkan that's, let's say if the Mishkan is not covered, could you bring Korbanos? Can't bring korbanos. That's why they're allowed to make the cover. If there's something that it's not holding back from bringing a korban, they can do. Right. If it's holding back, they could because they have to bring a korban. If it's not holding back the korbanos, then it's mitzvah shazman grome, so they potter. Look at geschmack it is. I looked it up. I don't remember. It's something that let's say if there's
the key to the Chidam, you know all these questions. I'm telling you.
Okay, maybe you could come up, Rabbi. Maybe you come up with an answer. What could be something that it's not holding back of market, not market of making misbeach is market of a korban. Don't know misbeach, there's no korban. Maybe if it's missing the kilo, you must have because they have to wash. I'm thinking of something. Maybe the menorah. Menorah is not nothing to do with korbanos. Oh, so you're not allowed to do it. The choire comes in the kroshim that it's a chelik of the mishkan. The cover for sure is a chelik of the mishkan. That okay, we know already what it is. What it's not, we'll have to look it up. Okay. They're not holding back for making a korban. And you have a proof. I have proof for you. Korban Pesach, you could make now even if Eretz Yisrael, if Arabais belongs to us, you could even make a korban Pesach there. You need a mizbeach. You have to build a mizbeach and do it. Mizbeach is market.
Only the mizbeach.
You say that not even a Beis Hamikdash you need. It's only now, but when Mashiach is here, you need everything. Okay, I didn't look into it very carefully, so I don't know. Okay. So anything that it's a korban holding back korbanos, they are allowed to do. Mashiach can the chelke v'klei hamikdash. The Rebbe is saying, look, chelke v'klei hamikdash. Was eine nicht mehr wie der korbanos. Der Rasia is not to live the mitzvahs esse bnias hamikdash. Und der Rasia is eine noch pturus memele oichet also. So it depends what we're talking about. If we're talking about something that else. Now we're going to come. The Rabbi is going to explain word by word what is it applying here in the Mishkan, which, according to the Ragi Chovel, which one are they allowed to make? The first kisui or the second kisui? Which one is a kisui of Mishkan? Which one could you do without? Let's see. Shmak, list, oysters. Now we're going to come to our place. When you get the raise of the Gemara says in Shabbos, the Ragi Chovel, the Rebbe learned out from the Ragi Chovel according to the Gemara. When it comes to Rashi, what is Rashi? Shute shel mikro is different. Different way why they're allowed to make both the lower cover and the higher cover, the kvosim and these unbelievable. Listen, in your name, when you get the Rezog the Gemara, those was a statement in Posuk. It's a Posuk in Pekudei. By if voices are oil ala mishkan. What does it mean? What does it mean by if voices oil? Which one? So the Gemara says, wer damit gemeint, die Yeres hatachtoines. Von Sheish, Tcheles, Vargomot, Lashem. Not to forget also, just to emphasize, that on the Mishkan there was three things, 4 or 5 things that was covered. What was it? There was what we said before, Tcheles Vargomon is from the sheep, Sheish is Pishton, linen, and then Tola Shoni is a different thing. And then there was Oreseli Meodomim, and there was goats. Was? Oreseli Meodomim. Okay, right. Okay, just to mention, it says Sheish Tcheles Vargomon with Tola Shoni, it was all one. It was all one cover. Then easy, yes. Okay, the says. So what comes out now? What does the Gemara say? Vayifroi says oil ala mishkan goes on the kvosim. So according to the Gemara, as soon as you put up the kvosim, it's already a mishkan. So they're allowed to do it. What happens with the Yerishizim? Yerishizim is no mitzvah. Where do we see? Look further. The says as with the Yerish atachtoinos, or join the mishkan adim von an oil and we can do it sein karbonos. As soon as these kvosim are on, you could do karbonos. Kum b'meilois, as the Yerish lemailo man, the Yerishizim, seine nicht mehr aktiv zu machen sein karbonos im mishkan. And the Rebbe brings proof. The Gemara says, and the mishkan is kosher oich, then kipei lo ruach as Yerishizim. The Yerishizim were not tied on. And when it was really big winds, it was sometimes rolling up. You have to go up and put it up again.
There was another one on top of that.
The Oreseli Meodomim? I don't remember now how it was the Seder. So even if it was there, but the Gemara says clear, Kipei lo ruach es Yerishizim is still kosher. So what do we have left with Hashayle? So the Yerish kvosim they could have made because it's holding back karbonos. As soon as I put this on, I could bring a korban already. So the top the Yerishizim that they're going to make is not letzorech karbonos. In this mitzvah says shasman grome. How did they do it? For sure after the kosher. Sure. But yeah, they made it before. We learned before. Yes. Okay. Valpizeh is moving the Tama Chilik in the Leshenis HaKosov. Now we're going to come and understand the difference in Posik. Remember, we learned that are different. It's divided into 2 psukim and 2 different Leshenis. Now we'll understand what it is. According to this, we'll understand why they are allowed to make also the Yerishizim. How? The Rebbe is explaining. Al v'zeh is moving the tam achilik in the Lishon Sakos. Because when you get the Yiris HaTachtoinu state, B'chol ish yochochmas leiv beyodeo tovu v'yoviu matves atchel sagam u'goyim. What does it mean? They made action. Yeah. B'chol ish yochochmas leiv beyodeo. What mean beyodeo? Beyodeo means it was a melocha. They're allowed to make a melocha because it's for tzorech korbanos. Weil die Yiris are murchach zu lieb kashrus a mishkan. Auf zu bringen korbanos. Der Riber kennen euch noch im Ton die Meloche von Spinnen die Yiris. Sich mit Status seine Meloche mishkan. So it's understood. Was schenke bei Yiris is was die Yiris. Der Rebbe is emphasizing die. Was die Yiris of the Izim. Seine nicht kenikov in die korbanos keniskaloel. That even if the wind folded up, you still could bring korbanos. Weil seine noch im Turois. Ve'asur is ba'asiyosot. How did they do it? Far comes the Chumash and says a completely different lotion. If I stay the lotion, Tovu so izim. That's why there was Tovu so izim only. Azayat Tvie or gedacht sein bei Oifen der Ave. Chochmo Yesero v'lo Meloches the Gemara says. What happens if it's a Chochmo not a Meloche? They could do it also. So the Yiris Tachtoinu was a Meloche. Beyodeo Tovu. When it comes to the Yiris Elyonis, what does it say? Tovu so izim. And the Gemara says, what do you mean Tovu so izim? It's a Chochmo Yesero. It's Chochmo v'lo Melocha. Well, we're not finished. We're not finished. Very good. They made only the thread. Then weaving it, what do we call it in Lashon Kodesh? No, Tvio is Arigo. Yes, Arigo, they nicht getan. So Oisha Melocha did it. Yeah. But they prepared it. How could they do it? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Listen to this. Now we answer, they did the Yiris Izim also. Now we Chochme is Shera v'lo Melocha. With the Gemara is in Shabbos. The Gemara says Shabbos, that's what it is. Ois Yud. Ois Yud. So man understood according to the Raget Shover. Raget Shover's Chidush that there's two things in being Beis Hamikdash. One is a mitzvah to build a mikdash. One is a mitzvah that there should be a place to bring korbanos. So if this is the story, I would say the law they could do. No, the Torah is emphasizing. If you're supposed to say stuff where you're there, it's a melocha because you're allowed, and you could do the melocha because we need it for the korbanos. But with the top, this is a completely different thing. Torah is so easy. It's very good. A good point. There is an Indian. When we say chochma v'lo melocha, means like it looks like it was done in a shomayim.
He's a professional, not a regular person.
The emphasis is on the chochma, not on the melocha. For sure. But not everybody could do it. Only special noshim could do it. If they could. You want to know the halacha question? We have the rabbi here that is a mumche in Hilchos Shabbos. In Hilchos Shabbos there is things that if you go through a field and it's raining there or whatever and you step on it and you bend on the grass, there's things that you do not meleches machsheves, you potter. It's a meloche, but it's not a meloche. Very simple. You'd say that it was done with the hands. It's not a meloche. It's the chochma, right? Very geschmack. And if I just told you have mamish good proof. Meleches machsheves osro toira. What do you mean? If I didn't think of it, if I didn't do it because I wanted to, I just have an interesting thing. I have a next door that he has a light. When I come Friday night, it goes on. He says you could use it. You didn't put it on. You don't want it. What happens if now I put on in my house such a light? If I'm allowed to use it Shabbos or not? Maybe Shabbos I have to close it because I want it. I put it on. When I come, it goes on the light. What do you think? You can't use it. You have a difference. Listen to this. Beide meloches. Okay, it's a darkest difference. I verstehe what you say, but I hope you understand my answer. Okay, so this is according to the Ragged Shover, right? Now we're going to see completely unbelievable different as Rashi is learning. And we're going to understand why Rashi is calling it Umnus Yisera. Why Rashi is changing for the Gemara. The Gemara says Chochma v'lo melocha. That's the Gemara uses Chochma. And Chumash says Chochma. Rashi says in Pshut Shel Mikro, I must change it. Listen, unbelievable. Oishud. Al pi anal bepirush Rashi in the diuk Losh Umnus Yisera. יש כלומר, אז רש"י בפירוש על התורה geht בזה לשיטו סוי דרך הפשט. The Gemara says, ויפרוש את האוהל על המשכון, what is it? תחתונס, the כבוסים. Rashi says no. From posik ויפרוש את האוהל על המשכון, תאיץ רש"י, not as the Gemara. Rashi תאיץ, אין יריו איסו איזין. One nimmt das Rashi. How could Rashi say different than the Gemara says? Parshas Hakosov and Parshas Trumo. What does it say there? Vosiso Yerio is Izim leOyel ala Mishkan. So that's why when it says Vayivchos Oil goes on the Izim. If it's a kumtois, as ledas Rashi b'pshuto shel mikro, or moir the Yerio is Izim dem Geder Fun Oil, was is negea u'makev shakrom shakabonos in Mishkan. That's why they could do both, because without both you could not use it. Al pizei is moving as the Yerio is Izim gekent gemacht werden al der Anoshim. Now, I understand, according to Rashi, why they could have done it. No, it's nothing to do with the mitzvah being Mikdash. It's a part of the korbanos. That's what they're allowed to do. The Riber's Rashi Medayik Meshane is changed from the Gemara. It changed from Chumash. Keniska loyal zu sagen, Yoiso umnus yisero. As a yatviem al gabi oizim. Rabbi, listen now what the Rabbi is saying. Maybe it's going to help you out also to understand it better. As a yatviem al gabi oizim is given nicht bloß a chochmo. No, before we said that it's a chochmo, it's not called melocha, because it's not machsheves, it's not ladas. It's about giton. Here it's completely different. This is the chidush umnus. The word umnus as in it something differently than chochmo. As this is a melocha, beguva dovo, like you are doing it, and they're allowed to do it. That's what Rashi wants to tell us. In his says when Rashi changes and says umnus yisero, he wants to tell us why you could do the Yeriyah Shizim also on the Mishkan they could have done it. Now comes so understood the Ragishover, and according to Rashi, we have on the left, the Rabbi is going to give a new, a different side chidush in this Inyan in Rashi. Al-Pizeh is nishmuchach sagen wir bevor wir lernen, als Rashi nimmt on wie die Deye in Gemara, as a toive tzema shal gaba beime is potter. As a machlokes in Gemara. One time it says if somebody goes in a spins the air ana beime, if he's chayv or potter. Somebody says it's not a normal thing. It's not called tviyah. It's not a melocha. It's not derech melachto. The Gemara says that this loshim bot lo daite legabi kol odom. And normal men don't do it. Normal people cut it off and then they do it. So the other guy says yes, he's chayev because it is good. So the Meforshim are learning that Rashi, according to Ishita, is learning with the Tanya that it's potter. But ein derech tviyah bekach. This is not the way of spinning. Und as those was in the Mishkan is given the Oivim top visit weil Chochmah is sehr scheine. No, why is it there? No, sein Pirush kematem sein Leut der erste day as is chayev, but get of melocha. We just said that Rashi says nisisera, not as the Meforshim learning, but according to what we learn now in Pirush Rashi, that's why Rashi says umnus. Rashi says yes, it is a umnus, it's a melocha, and if you do it, you are chayev. The other Rabbi says even more. Bald as alle meloches lernt and up Mishkan, everybody knows Lamentes meloches was done in Mishkan. That became Lamentes meloches asuris b'Shabbos. Yishleima as the Pirush Rashi, as this is umnus. Rashi tells me in the Pirush of Rashi, Pirush Rashi and Al Torah. When it says about Tovu so izim, that they spawn the air and the izim, what does Rashi say? Umnus yisera. Rashi comes to tell me that spinning on the izim is a umnus, is a meloche. He comes to tell us that if somebody does it, he is chayav because it's a meloche. It was good for the mocker. This is the mocker of the day that he says that is chayev. Bald das Tvial gab beim ist gewesen zwischen die Pulis was seine Giton geworden in Mishkan. Was done in Mishkan. So becomes one of the meloches. Und ist das ein Nechoche, as das ist ein Umnus und meloche bemeil ist mit der Rov chayev chatos. Meganik the Rebbe calls it in yonim ufloim in aloche in Pirush Rashi gewaltig. We have the Ragishover and we have the Rashi Pshuto shel Mikro. Ragishover is understood right away why they could have done both of them, because the eye of it says Vayifres oil, so Memele, the bottom one is understood. The top one was a chochmah nada meloche. According to Rashi, no, Rashi comes and says umnus. That's why they are allowed to make both of them. Now we're coming to Yenu Shel Torah, and this is our introduction to the two beautiful oiroes that we could take from it in life, every minute, every day, unbelievable oiroes. Yenu Shel Torah from Pirush Rashi, und der oiroe davon in Avodas Hashem. Choir ist nicht verstanden. Shelivos erzählt die Torah, v'chol ha'anoshim asher nosar libo noisole b'chochmo tovu es oizim. Could you tell me why the Torah is telling us? We're talking about the Mishkan. The Mishkan was for one time. Even the Beis Hamikdash was not used. It was used 360 years. 4 years in the Midbar, then in Shiloh, then in the other places. But that's it. Mikdash Rishon, Mikdash Sheni, and even Mikdash Shlishi is not going to be the years. What is the big to take away so much Sukkim Chumash to tell us that they did it? And Rabbi used the Gemara Sloshna, I think Gemara in Yume. It's my Ave. What's telling me things that it was? And whoever says the Torah is stories is Chas v'Sholem. So So has to be Eure. What is the Eure? Die Jerisischen sind doch gewähnt, gehen noch im Mishkan. Aber nicht im Mikdash. Koile la Mikdash de Leosid. Und befragt, שהוא יבונו ומשוכלו לניגולה ויובי בשמיים. The Rebbe brings down Rashi in Sukkah and also in Gemara Rosh Hashanah says that the Mikdash HaShlishi is bonu yumeshuchlo. Not going to use any covers. We're not going to use the covers. What? Any curtains we're not going to use. Al derech ze, darf man verstehen, wenn ich gerade im zweiten in Asiyas Harish, Vater Asiyas Akroshim, Eipech Vinigolem, was ist das denn Geladeus? Why did the Rebbe tell us in the Mishkan to do the Yeriyos opposite of Betzalel complained to Moshe that I want to do first the bais and then the kelim? Why did you do first the roof and then the walls? Why is it telling us? Something is hidden here for us in these two things. Von dem nimmt man aus 2 Euro Klolios in der Avoide von Mishkan Mikdash. We have a mitzvah to make a Mishkan Mikdash even now. Where do we make it? In us. Shochanti besoichom, besoich kol echad ve'echad. Seder Rida auf machen in Welt bechol azman b'mkemes. Kedivri Razal, I never knew. See, I'm embarrassed, but I never knew. Look at the Aores. Who is saying it betoichol inemar ale betoichom? Reshis chochma sharoa ve'korov l'tchilosei. And the shalom. Okay. Besoichol inemar ale besoichom, betoich kol echad ve'echad me'Yisrael. The first Eroe, we're going to learn the first, and then going to come the second. The first Eroe from the Noshim was not so libon neshana bechachma. That they were inspired with wisdom. So what does it mean? Somebody has a specialty that he knows how to do. Darf wissen, dass es nicht zu lieb ihm allein, noch darf höchstens in seiner Avoide zu machen von Welt am Mishkan. You get something special. Don't think it's for your house and for your life. You have to look and find where you could use it for the Eibishter. Gucken wir, es ist gewesen bei den Noshim ins Mann von mir in der Mishkan. What happened there? The Noshim heard that the Eibishter wants to have a Mishkan. What did they do? They ran at the special Noshim that they knew how to do, the specialty to weave, to spin, and the goat, they went and they do it, and they did it. To show that the Eibishter gave him a Kishre Miyuchet, they do it for the Eibishter. As obviously a Kishre Miyuchet was andere, haben es nicht gehabt. Nobody could do it. Only certain women. Haben sie verstanden, they understood. Also dem Kishroin, mit der sie gegeben, darf uns euch ins Werden, auf Boyen, am Mishkan, was dorten, mit seiner Schroß, Schrine, wie Schrante Besecher. Und der Rieber, heute seine nicht in Stave gewonnen, unbelievable. They didn't have a tzivui of that. The Rebbe says in 59, in Stave rak chume itchem truma. Nobody told him to go make weave, and to go spin from the kvosim, and diet, and make for blizim. They were not supposed to do it. Heute ist nicht gewinnt Savron, zu machen die Twie mit der Necessera. Even not to do it, and not even Necessera. Who told them to do it? Erzähl die Torah, that's why the Torah is emphasizing it and telling us. Because it's the gear to us every day, even till Moshiach comes. Erzähl die Torah, allein Necessera geworden zu machen, Necessera zu lieb dem, Mishkan Hashem, und damit gibt Torah Eroe le Doirois. Hashem, now the Rebbe is going to say, not only by a special, what's a kishron? Special talent, special, what's a chush? It says here both, the chush and a kishron. Chush v'kishron miyuchet. As it says in Yom Yemi, Aida from a chush in Avas Yisrael. What does it mean? It's not a talent. It's a feeling for Avas Yisrael. Okay, so Kishem das wenn ich kishron beichodim is not only this, even everything. As Aida darf sein rein, darf sie rein in der Avoide zu machen, die Welt veradir lo isbor. Al der ist in anderen Jonim. Was the Rebbe gibt Haiden, whatever the Rebbe gives you, think that that's for the Rebbe. The Rebbe gives a beautiful dogma and a story. With a dogma, as the Rebbe gibt him a verdienst, was is mehr wie gewillig. Not talking about the Melamdim. So sometimes you get a special bonus. Yes, okay. But still, you get a bonus. You have a bonus in your pocket. So the Rebbe says, all of wissen. As darf Moshe sein in Sinas hat doch getrumel Hashem. This is the story with the alter Rebbe Sachosid. He yodua. Friedrich Rebbe tells in the Siche, as the alter Rebbe Sachosid had got a gute parnose boch. He's a given sicher. Even there's a peddler, even around to sell something. And this week, wherever he came, they say, give me double, give me triple. Came the end of the week, he counts, he says, wow, he made this 3 times as much. You know what he thought? The Rebbe didn't give money to come home and give the wife or give the kids. Obviously, what's going to happen? Kommen die Kaim, when I'm going to come home, I'm going to meet a shliach of the Rebbe, a letter of the alter Rebbe to give it tzedakah, or maybe some shulach waiting in my house to come take money for Achzokas Bnei Eretz Yisrael. That's what they thought. This is one eroe. Whatever you have a kishron, whenever you have some extra money, remember it is for tzedakah. It's zweite eroe. I should base. I wie viel unbelievable. I wie viel muss ein Zoyer nicht zu verschaffen, kein Zar als zweiten Menschen. Ma doch hast du lieb Zar bei Lechaim. Und nicht kein Zar Mamish, as we said before. No bloß an Unbequemlichkeit. They spawn it on the Zieg, and they could have left it till they make the kroshim and then cut it off. The Rebbe said because of Tzav al-Chaim, they couldn't leave it because it's still tight a little bit. You know, you spin it till it gets tight. The Rebbe Matuchi say just for this is memeshan mine goylom. We change the mine goylom that we make the roof before the walls. We could have left it to do the walls and then cut it. The Rebbe says no because it's uncomfortable for the goat. Is memeshan mine goylom and the Rebbe Shter eis machen die Ries in Trumo. In Truma, the Rebbe says you should make it because the Rebbe knew that the ladies are going to make it in such a way, so he told them to do it before. The Kasha, Allah has come. I'm going to say it again. So we learned because it's softer, the same as making it on the goat. It's two things. Number one, you bring a korban balchai. You bring him to the oisam lochochai. The other thing is that it's still live. It's alive. The air from the guy. It's soft. It's moist and it's better. Same thing is to make it then to weave it is also better. Allah has come and it's wegen a Zar von a Ben Odom. We're not talking about a goat. We fragt when you get to Aiden, was hat im Kruim Odom? Shasman said, wie Aid gefindt sich, where we see the Zar. Shasman said, wie Aid gefindt sich in a Maimid Umatzef von Oroim, Posik in Yishai. Kisir Oroim, vechesisei. We provided in Oroim in a mitzvahs, is naked for mitzvahs. It steht in Tonne de Velio Rabbe. Ein lecho orum bei Israel. What's a naked person at Israel? By Eden. And Misha ein boy Teuro mitzvahs. Come and trachten. The Rebbe is going to make a very interesting calculation. The Rebbe says, Minoga Shiloilam. Yeah? First you make the walls, then you make the roof. First you make the Betzaler complaints Moshe Rabbeinu. Minoga Shiloilam, first you make a house, then you make the kelim. So a person is going to come and say, beautiful. Getting up in the morning, what's the first thing? Daven. What's after davening? Beis HaKnesses leBeis HaMedrash. What's after Beis HaMedrash? Alter Rebbe said to Shulchan Aruch, Pas Shachis. What's after Pas Shachis? Anik b'minik derech. Go work. Go teach. Go make money go do what you could. After that, all that, I'm going to do v'chisisoi. Minig oilam. Rebbe says no. Change the minig oilam, as we say inside. So kemen trachten. Darf da kemen sein der Zivui v'chisisoi. What does mean v'chisisoi? The Friedrich Rebbe says, Imont und Tzitzis und Film. Aber in dem, da ist einer Seder. I have order. Früher darf allein davenen. He has to daven himself. Und mit Beis HaKnesses, der Beis HaMedrash. Lernen Teure. Und dann erst du es Pas Shachris. Und dann noch Hanik bei Minig der Cheretz. Und noch dem allem, in the afternoon, before the Shkia is going to run and see, maybe find a person that didn't put on film. But mit keinem seine Vechisisse. Sogt of them Teure. That's what the Teure is emphasizing here about the idea of Tsar. That, because of Tsar Balachayim, not even Tsar, but just not so comfortable. How much more so? You see Tsar, a person is not naked. Aid is naked for mitzvahs. What do? Sagt auf dem Teure, aber Schatz, es handelt sich um ein Zar. Und das zweite Eden, es ist nicht doch ein größerer Zar, wie das, was Aid ist, ein Orm in der Mitzvahs. It's a great Zar. You know, the Zar is double. Gefragt, wenn man sagt, dass jener weiß gar nicht, dass er ein Orm. Tinuk nicht, he doesn't even know. Ist mir abhört Seder Rogel der Minig Oilom. Und viele, wenn das ist ein Minig, nicht bloß vom Oilom, mit Loschen Elem Wester. Minig Oilom meint, Oilom Elem Wester. Da habe ich no. Nur ein Zar, was der Oilbisch der Roton gesagt. Also so soll man sich führen. The Rebbe says that's how you have to do. Betzalel tells Moshe that the Rebbe set up the wall, Mine Goylam. And the same thing is also Mine Goylam Shulchan Aruch. They say the Rayoim. First I have to daven, I have to eat, I have to learn, and then Anik Bem, and then go do mitzvahs. So we came, when es kommt zu Amatzev, Shel Zar von Aiden, tut man nicht, wie es ist der Mine Goylam. Und der erste Sach darf man bewahren, und der Vechesisse im Onto mit mitzvahs. Und erst danach, Ge'emshech HaKosov Lachase, what is Yishai finishing in this posik? He says, "Tutados was in Neger. So Chaloiti Salam. Go yourself and put on film also. Go yourself in Beis HaKnesses, Beis HaMedrash. Go eat and then go to work. That's how you have to do it." The Rebbe brings down in footnote number 70 the famous story of the Friedrich Rebbe told about the Tzemach Tzedek that he used to see the Alter Rebbe alive and he used to learn with him and answer him his questions. And one time, and through a long time, he didn't see him. One morning he went to shul. And a guy stopped him, a poyer, simply, and he told him he needs a few rubles to go in the market, it's market to buy a little calf, and then sell it in a parnose. So Machzadik told him, sure, what's the question? After davening, I'm going to give it to you. Then a few steps later, he says, oh, after davening, my davening is going to be ready, almost after the market. What is he going to find? So he went back and he told him, come, and he gave it to him. As soon as the Tzemach Tzedek walked into shul with his alles in tefillin, he put on the talis on his shoulder, Alter Rebbe was visible to him alive, and he answered them all his questions. Why? Gmach. Mitzvah, he did being Gmach. That's what it says. Gave a to somebody. Al der ze noch farder mit egal limud atoiro, they state in atcholos akosum, we're not talking about feeling and those. Get somebody learn with them. As the posik in same posik in Yeshaya says, aloi poros lerov lachmecho. If somebody is naked, if somebody is hunger, give him bread. What is bread? So the Tonot Velio, same Tonot Velio is saying, ein rov elo rov mit divrei Torah, ein lechem elo divrei Torah. As I do this früher, warum psocho Leute salom? You are the last. Here's go help at zweit nicht. Und demol des ben zeh bei ihm wird rov lechem letzom lamayim, give lishmoya as divrei Hashem. What is this summer? Is a frumer read, is learning, it is davening, put on tefillin every day. What is rov? Rov lishmoya divrei Hashem from where? Moshe Tzedek. In dem Mesamigdosh Anitzri, was wird gebaut werden, und dem, was bis wann Agolus wird jeder reine Reusens in die Geschreunis, each and everyone should use each Geschreunis and Chushim, was der Rebbe dort ihm gegeben, auf zu machen vom Welt am Mishkan Migdosh, lo Yisborach.